Hey plant friends. Welcome back to Millennial Planter. I am Marina. So today I wanted to do a quick little houseplant tour. So I have a really small house. It's less than 800 square feet. It's more of like an apartment. And this is really the only good real estate I have to use for my plants. It's this window here. And it is a west-facing window. It gets lots of filtered light from the tree that we have outside. And my plants love it because, you know, west-facing windows tend to have harsher light. But that tree really helps cut that back. And then I have my grow light set up just to help since, you know, the daylight is just not as much as it is in the summertime. So let's just get right into it. So starting here on my windowsill, I have my Peperomia frost propagating that really needs to be potted up. Here I have a Scindapsus pictus argyrius that is rooted and a dead Addisoni stem. Here we have my Manjula Pothos slash questionably marble queen. Not really sure what this thing is, but here it is. It even came out with an all cream leaf that's been there for a couple months, so that's really cool and exciting. And over here I have my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma that I am trying to propagate and just patiently waiting for this little baby to grow roots. I already rotted one of the cuttings, so that was great. And here is my shelf pulled back. This is my favorite because this is just total jungle vibes. So starting here, the Scindapsus pictus argyrius, and it has been growing like a weed. Look at this trail. There's another trail over here. This is definitely one of my favorites, and I just love looking at it. Next is my Philodendron Mykins. I received this one off of Facebook. So these leaves here are shipping leaves, and they have just remained kind of crinkled and damaged. But he acclimated quite well and has grown like crazy. And look at those tiny little baby leaves. He's so beautiful. Over here I have the Addisoni round form, which is my favorite. I prefer it a lot more than the narrow form. This guy was just a few cuttings I had, and he didn't do anything for a while, but now he has new growth coming in and a new leaf about to unfurl, so that's really exciting. I can't wait to see what that new leaf looks like. Next is my neon pothos. I feel like out of all the pothos, the neon ones grow the fastest. I just feel like no matter where I put them, they just take off. Then I have my Ruby Cascade Peperomia and my String of Hearts. These two are ones that I won in a giveaway. And this Ruby Cascade is just the cutest little thing. It was the plant I didn't know I needed till I had. I mean, look at him. He's just so cute. Then my String of Hearts is one that has just taken off and grown like crazy. I finally got a spot that it likes, and it grows and grows and grows. I had originally had 2 strands that I won, and then my nursery I saw had some other ones, so I grabbed another pot, and now I have a bunch of strands, and I slowly am going to start making it lush and full and just, you know. I keep running into is my Philodendron Brazil. I kind of go back and forth about what plants to put here because I feel like the top doesn't get a lot of sun, but I guess it's doing fine. Next up, my next row, I have my Peperomia frost mother plant that I don't know how I really feel about them. I wanted one for a while, and they are quite beautiful, but now that I have one, it's okay. Not too crazy about them, but they're there. And I have my syngoniums. I have a berry one and a neon one. I potted these two up to make room on my shelf, and at first I wasn't sure how I felt about it, but now I kind of like it. I have my little Pilea baby that I've been struggling with. I thought he was gonna start doing all right, then somehow I managed to break another little stem off. So now it's just 2 little leaves. And then I have my Monstera deliciosa. No, this is actually the Gianna. This got a little burnt because it was getting too much sunlight, so I moved it back and it's been doing well. It's only released 1 new leaf for me though since I've had it, and I just started watering it with Noot, so hopefully it will start pushing out some new growth. Then here I have a little bamboo plant that I rescued from Lowe's. I got them for $1, and they just really remind me of my mom and my sister because they've always had bamboo, and it's doing really well. It's even coming up with some new growth that I saw, so that's really exciting. Moving on to the second shelf here, I have added Sona narrow form cuttings. These are 3 stems that have propagated beautifully, and it's even starting to push out a little fenestrated leaf, which is so cute. Then I have my Syngonium confetti. I got this one as a mini, and it's doing really well now that I potted it in a smaller pot. Then I have a neon pothos and a golden pothos potted up together. Next is my sable blue pothos, which is one of my favorites. I love how it's starting to get that blue tint to it, and I can't wait for it to get big and maybe one day fenestrate for me. And in this pot I have a Brazil and a neon pothos potted together, just because I think when they start to trail and be full, it will be really cool and they'll complement each other really well.
And last on the shelf is my Scindapsus pictus exotica that is rather slow growing, but I love her nonetheless. She has these massive leaves that are as big as my hands, and she's just amazing. And in my second row on the bottom shelf, I have my Rattlesnake Alethea that is the most easy growing thing in the world. Highly recommend if you want to get into Caletheas. They're really pretty. Their leaves move and they're just super easy. Nothing like the regular diva Caletheas.
In this back half, I have all my Caletheas and Morantas in. As you can see, I already showed you a couple on the bottom. This little ornament here is from Target. So cute. So here we have my rabbit's foot Morita. This is actually a rescue from one of my friend's plants. So it has a lot of like brown stems still, but it's recovering pretty nicely.
Here is my Khalifa ornata that my mom got me, and I was terrified to have it, but she's doing great. She's unfurled a leaf that's huge and beautiful, and I am obsessed. And my baby, my Khalifa orbifolia that unfurled both its leaves, and they're massive, and I just stare at her all day. I love her, and I could have 10 of them. I would have 10 of them if I could. Next to her, I have my Dieffenbachia Camille, I believe it is. And this guy was my OG, the one who started it all, and has grown so much and doesn't know it's winter time. He is currently pushing out, I think, about 4 new leaves, and I feel like he's always pushing out at least 4 leaves at the same time. It's insane, and I don't know what's gonna happen next year because he's going to be massive at this rate.
And here I just have propagating a silvery satin Scindapsus pictus and a variegated lipstick plant. Hopefully they will propagate okay. Another adorable ornament from Target. Then here I have my crazy wandering dude, my air plant that I'm pretty sure might be dying. I rescued him. He was only $5 at Pike Nursery, but he just doesn't look that happy. We'll see what happens. On this shelf I have my Fatonia, my red Fatonia, that is really easy to take care of. Isn't as dramatic like people say, but I've heard the red ones and the silver ones are different and that the silver one's more dramatic, but this is really easygoing. I have a plant stand that I keep this light on because my Dieffenbachia camouflage is a rather high light plant, and in winter I just don't think he'll be getting enough light, so he's been doing pretty happy. I got him a few months ago, probably about a month ago. I'll link that video up above when I got him, but I just love these leaves so much. He unfurled a new leaf and he already has a new one coming through. And then also on this plant stand, I have my money tree, which has also become one of my favorites. Her name is Penny. I don't usually name my plants, but this one I got also just to remind me of my sister because she's had a money tree for years. And she named it Penny, and so Penny is her name. Lastly on here, I have my Monstera deliciosa that was mailed to me by one of my lovely friends. Unfortunately, 2 of the stems broke, but they did fuse back together. So that was really exciting to see. And this was the latest leaf that it unfurled, and it's just the cutest little thing. And the last little plant I have on my windowsill is this starfish Sansevieria. That's just the cutest little craziest thing. Shelf there. Then we come over here. I'm kind of setting this whole area up now. I am going to add another plant shelf here and possibly put on my caletheas and some other little light plants here because it does get some sunlight, and with my grow lights I know some plants will do great there. But up here I have my Moonshine Sansevieria, and I don't know what that Sansevieria is called, but I just got it specifically for that potter and I think it's adorable. And lastly, I have this corner here that is just a constant work of progress. Have some Christmas ornaments and Christmas decorations. And I might put my stockings here, but mainly I have my Sansevieria, Samurai Sansevieria, my variegated ZZ plant. I'm just kidding, it's actually a dying ZZ plant because you can actually underwater these guys, and apparently that's what I did, and that one little area is dying. This is my mother ZZ. I actually got this one from Home Depot and Lowe's, and was able to separate it into 3 other pots. It was quite a lot in there. And then this is, I don't remember what this Sansevieria is called, so if you guys know, let me know. But there's that one there.